Well, here it is, back on the road again. The old Raleigh Sports model from 1948. And regular viewers of the channel will know that this has been off the road for quite some time, all because of piffling little brake cable fault, which I'm hoping, after a lot of false starts, actually solved once and for all now by soldering on a brass end there that I've had in one of my tins of gubbins. It wasn't actually a bicycle part at all. I had to drill the end out, but brass seemed to be preferred by the solder and soldering iron. We'll see anyway. This is really a road test of it, and there's going to be quite a lot of braking force on that, but so far it seems to be okay. So it's the 48 Raleigh Sports model, gents, 23-inch frame, 3-speed, one of my beloved 3-speeds, a firm favourite of mine. This bike, I've had it for quite a long time. It was my first decent roadster after a few when I was younger, in my teenage years, when I wasn't all that clued up on them, and I had the odd rotter really. This quickly established itself as a firm favourite. It's only a sports model by virtue of its cable brakes, nothing else really, although the handling is quite lively. You've got cable brakes and the North Road type handlebars, and it does give a very, very different ride and feel to the ordinary rod braked flat handlebar roadsters. This is a very different feeling ride, even though it's essentially the same frame. Being a sports model, it doesn't have a front fork lock, which is fine. I quite like the symmetry of the two fork thimbles there. But, I think the only races this would have won are the ones to the factory gates at clocking off time. But as I say, it is a very nice, shapely, very elegant looking machine. We've got the original all steel bicycle decals on there, Britannia Alloy pump that I put on, good pumps them, nice, very lightweight but very strong. There's no way they're going to distort under a hard usage. Mudguard restored by myself with period Dunlop mud flap. It's got the hood polisher on there, which, as you can see, has kept corrosion well at bay, and it is a very, very free running machine. It's got the Raleigh Sports, very quite faded now. I'm not sure what to do about that. Well, I've left it exactly as it was, other than minor paintwork rectification since I bought it over 10 years ago. And it has that. It's like a London Transport roundel, but it's so far faded that I don't know, I can't make out what it says. That was usually where the tubing information went on these bikes, and I've never seen another one like that. So if anybody knows what that would have said originally, please leave a comment. Perhaps it was a dealership label, who knows. It's got the old, late 40s, the early style dyno hub, with the sorts of Bakelite magnets there, the inner piece. 3-speed hub, as I say, very pleasant to use. I think it needs a new chain. I commented, you know, some time ago on a previous video that there was a sort of twank coming from the transmission, which I originally thought was the hub bearing, which was indeed, you know, pitted and worn. But now I think the chain is worn out, a bit stretched, and would benefit from a new chain. Now I've got a spare chain I can just throw on there. I believe this bike has done quite a high mileage, a considerable mileage. Its history prior to my ownership is unknown, but what I can tell you, I've made reference to in earlier videos, is as this bike came to me, it had an ordinary steel rim on the front, which was very worn and had rusted through, and the replacement on the rear with the serrated edges, which destroyed the brake blocks. So I had a wheel builder put me the nice Raleigh stainless rims on it, which are far superior. And I don't know if you can see the brake blocks. There is a way to fit in these, by the way, but they are Raleigh Industries. They were a nice find. Got the old Paradise saddlebag there. That was a cycle jumble buy. But the brake blocks, they have to be fitted properly, because there's an open end there, and there is the closed end here, you see. So the closed end, of course, has to be in the direction of wheel travel, otherwise the actual rubber block can work loose. So I think it's time to push on now. It's quite a pleasant day in merry old England. The machines there, busy building a vast new housing estate, which, you know, is springing up all over our lovely greenfield sites now. Something which would have been unimaginable about 10 years ago. So welcome to Corrupt UK PLC, where if you've got the money and you're a property developer, you can just about do anything you want. So it seems, with a vast new estate over there full of dream homes. And we're being told that cars are bad. We're not meant to be using cars, blah blah, net zero, blah blah. Of course, the net zero, as a friend of mine says, the only net zero will be what's left in your bank account. Yeah, strange times. But we must push on. All these new houses, of course, they need cars, and whereas planners in the past, you know, the real planners who actually cared about the people who were building homes for, would incorporate amenities such as shopping precincts, etc., within the estates. Nowadays you'd be lucky to get a communal flower bed. All these houses will need cars, 2 cars minimum probably. So just imagine what that is doing to the roads. And isn't it funny how you never see any further building of schools or houses, hospitals for these houses. Oh well, I've said my piece now. We've got up here where I am at Northumberland, a nice feature of the countryside are these, what I believe are Scotch broom plants. Hi. Must be some fair weather cyclists, I think. At least we're using bikes though. Well, no doubt here there is quite a breeze today, which I'm riding into. Oh, now that over there is an interesting feature. Just where that telegraph pole is sticking up, you see directly behind that there is a World War II pillbox. As I am near the North Sea, it was thought that invading forces could attack this part of the country, so there are quite a lot of these concrete pillboxes scattered around. An interesting relic. Otherwise, for the most part, it's mostly agricultural up here. Well, the main Northumbrian industries traditionally of the past were agriculture, coal mining and fishing, and heavy industry around the larger centres of population. So on this particular stretch there isn't a great deal left to see. It was mostly, I'll slow down now actually, it was mostly an impromptu test of this brake cable repair. So with that seemingly settled now, I'll push on, but I can confidently say there will be more videos of this bike. I've got a few routes planned, you know, with points of interest along the way. A bit like that one I went to on Ashington, but of extended length. So yeah, stay tuned and I'll see you again.